All right, here comes a premier match. We just missed the lag. Shane won the lag. How about a root beer, Jack? I can't buy you alcohol. You're not old enough. Here.
I gotta figure out. This is my first ever.
First ever? Okay. Put the mouthpiece fairly close to you. Yeah, no, put it. No, it's not live.
You gotta let me know what, what it is.
It shouldn't be live yet. Not yet. Okay. Make him hot. You're hot, bud. Talk to me.
Okay.
There you go. See? Do you hear me?
Yes, I do.
All right. Jack Ripple was in the booth. Formerly from San Diego, formerly from Tucson or Phoenix?
Sierra Vista.
Well, okay. Just Arizona. Who cares?
Who cares?
And now in Vegas. All right. This will be probably the best match, possibly the best match of the whole tournament. Shane and Dee Adkins. Shane's on fire.
I saw them warming up. They looked pretty good.
Now, Dee is an unknown player now, but at one time he wasn't. He grew up with Corey Deuel, those guys. And he won I think he won one of the all-arounds or something at Derby City maybe 12, 13 years ago.
Gary told me earlier he did win the Banks at Derby City. I don't know when, but
It would have been. It was at the old Executive West. So
if you win once, you've done real well.
Yeah, no, he's a real capable player, and he's owned a room. He's from Cincinnati or Cleveland or Columbus. How's that sound? Can't remember which one. And he's a working dude now, and he had a couple of really bad injuries. He fell off of a roof and shattered his ankles and feet. And he was in cast forever. He's recovered quite nicely. And he's a nice guy. He's got a kid that's starting to play pretty good. He ran a pool hall there for a while in Columbus. Just a real capable player. Nice to see him start playing again.
It's interesting how they play shots there that they're trying to avoid the sellout.
Oh, the defense is as important as the offense. Boom.
Wow.
This is Shane. He's starting to get kind of in stroke. Banks is a funny game. You can't just walk up and play it. Yeah, you can, but you don't really get there until you start. I don't know. Little experience. Every table's different.
So he looks like he's going to bring the 9 straight back, doesn't it?
You mean like that? And this is a race to 4. We went to winners and losers side, both race to 4 because the smaller field. 3,000 for first, 15 for second, 1,000 for third, 2,500 added. And the finals are tomorrow at 5 o'clock. That's Thursday. And as soon as those are done, we'll be doing the Calcutta, the draw, and the players meeting for the one pocket. And the one pocket starts at noon on Friday. Look out, D.
That was a tough miss.
Yeah, but I thought he was going to scratch. Yeah, you got to make the easy ones. You know.
So what do you think the shot is here?
Boy, I don't even know. I don't even try to second guess these guys. Sometimes there's no shot. Sometimes you just position them, duck them, and play safe.
Maybe the 4 back across side.
No, he's going to go to the corner. So you can't tell. It's deceiving. Looks like he's going to go around the 5. I'm not sure if he can make it.
I almost like the 3 back at the
Yep.
bottom.
That's probably what I would shoot. But on the rail like that really handicaps the shot. He widened out. See, it just wouldn't quite reach.
Yeah, he stroked that soft so he could widens the angle, but he just had to play too high.
Yeah. Oh, I thought he made that one too. I find it interesting. I've never seen D really play much, but he's rolling the balls. Most your really good bank players do not roll balls; they fire balls. They just shoot them real hard because it straightens them out. When I played, I rolled them, and the main thing was wide, not so much to make the ball, but it was to leave it in front of the pocket because it kills the pocket.
Sure.
Yeah.
No, that's a good point. I'm in favor of just stroking it whatever speed requires to make the shot and not worry about anything else.
Oh, I see.
I mean, that's my approach.
Okay.
Now, I don't play U.S. Open banks, and these guys have obviously more experience than I do. But when I'm banking the ball, my optimal results is when I play it at the right speed versus, let's say, one pocket speed.
Yeah.
You're used to playing one pocket, so you like that one pocket speed, so that if you don't make it, it dies and blocks
Keep
it.
it in play. Yeah.
It could block out your next shot too.
Well, the ball count is 4-1 in favor of Shane, and the score is 0-0.
Now this requires like inside English and just really stroking it firm to pull it back a little, right?
If he's bringing it cross backs, right, like that. Diamonds they'll almost rob you sometimes, you know.
Sure. Yeah, he put a good stroke on that. Just wasn't enough.
And you just caught the rail coming down, and with that speed, you know, he's just going to the side. Yeah.
Now he tried to hit that softer so it could widen this, you know.
And don't forget to share the Facebook Live. Just hit the share button. Now, for the people that aren't that familiar with the rules, the bank has to be clean. Cannot hit another ball. No kisses, caroms, combinations. And any illegally pocketed ball just spots up. Just like on the break, when you break the balls, if you make 1 or 2 or 3 balls, that just means you can continue shooting. At the end of your inning, they spot up. Cue ball fouls only. And on any foul, the cue ball is in the kitchen. There is no ball in hand.
I was looking at D. Atkins. He
There you go. See?
came in.
Nice little three-railer.
He ranked 5th at the DCC this year.
This year?
Yes.
Well, good for him.
In 9-ball banks.
Yep.
In the mini.
Yep. Oh, in a mini. Okay, we still got to play. And what's the ball count? 4-2.
It looks like 4-2.
Yeah. Shane had the 4, so I'm sure he still has the 4.
Now, when we're talking clean, just so the viewers understand, are combinations?
No, you can't hit another ball. Can't double kiss.
So those 2 balls frozen on the spot, it's basically a position safe play.
And the best shot on that is you hit it right on the nose, so the cue ball sticks to the front ball, and the back one goes back, and you give up nothing. Yeah.
He sure looks like he wants to fire this right back to him. And he's going to stroke this and just let it go.
Yeah.
What a great effort that was. Sometimes that's the very comfortable range. You go 4 rails on that.
Yeah. You'll see a lot of creative shots. So often
Here's an example where you maybe hit fire at the 4 ball and go the same amount of rails.
I think he's just banking the red one back.
Yeah, I think he is.
Yeah. Boy. He was playing it up in the corner. He hit that one. Isn't that weird? Missed it by a mile. It's so easy to miss by a mile playing banks. Everything is so sensitive. Speed, English, high ball, low ball, all that stuff is.
Yeah, and especially if you're trying to protect the sellout.
Well,
and in this case, he's up 4-2. He doesn't want to do anything where he's going to give up 2 balls.
quite. Well, I'm trying to find my Facebook thing to come up so I can share it. There we go. Nope.
Where did the viewers go to?
That's where you go to Q Sports, one word, Q Sports International. It's a Facebook, and it just pops up there, and then there's a share button. And
So
I'm having a hard time getting it.
So maybe if I do that,
Yeah,
I can get.
you can share it to all your friends.
Sure.
Both of them. You know, I'm just so computer illiterate. I can't get this thing to.
Well, that's why you have more friends than I do.
Yeah. I don't know how to say no. There. And we got 859 on here. We were up to about we've hit 1.4, 1,400 a couple of times. Look at that shot. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wow.
Well,
that would have been really unfortunate.
Right.
Scratches are expensive. This one right there. Yeah, that one right there. Oh no, that's CSI Q Sports. Get it.
CSI International.
Oh. Yeah, but you don't want the CSI dad. Just Q Sports International. Just type in CS. Oop. I hit it. Yeah, Q. Right. Yep. There you go. And
Live.
I don't know. This one I think is what it is, though. Oh, right there. I think. Yeah. So when it starts, let it load up and everything.
Okay. And I could hit share.
Hit share.
And then all my friends in
yeah.
Arizona,
Sure.
good old Arizona.
Yeah, well, yeah, I tell you, Arizona has got the healthiest pool community I've ever seen.
They do, and we witnessed that during the last Southwest Cup.
Oh yeah,
They love that kind of heat, and they love the events.
yeah. See, I just shared it to Arizona pool players.
Oh, well,
I don't know how to do. I just punch buttons.
I'm just saying, I'm going to share now with all my friends and see what happens here. I'm not familiar with Facebook too much.
I'm not even.
I have it, but I don't know how I can tell that I just shared that.
I don't. Well, you'd have to go to your. It did. You just have to trust them. Well, got to pay attention to this. Let me see. I believe. Yeah, Shane did win the first game. Bumping up against 1,000 for viewers. Bank pool is among the most difficult games, and it is a momentum and a feel game. But then you get the exceptional guys, the Shannon Daltons, the Billy Thorpes, forgot his, Brian Gregg. I couldn't think of his first name. Brian Gregg used to play real good banks. And there's a few, Jason Miller was John Brumbuck, obviously. And,
I wonder if these two have matched up before.
I'm sure they have years ago. 'Cause, there's an age difference here. I'm guessing that D is late 40.
D was born in 1973.
Okay.
And the reason why I know that is because I was born in 1953. And
Well, how old are you?
I'm 65.
Well,
so
then
that
he's
makes him
45.
45.
Okay. 73?
He's born in 73.
Well, that's 73 to. Oh, that'd be 27 and 17. Yeah, 44. So he's mid 40s, and Shane's early 30s, so they're like almost a pool generation apart, but I'm sure they played.
Yeah.
Wow, every time I look out.
Yeah.
Made a nice shot. Made 2 and 1. When you scratch, it's an illegal shot. Everything you made is spotted, and then one ball is spotted
From your
for the foul. And if you don't have it, you owe it. Similar to one pocket. Base of ball. You notice he's putting the cue ball. You go by the base of the ball, and now he's going to shoot out at the 8, which is just past it. He's just going to short rail it. No. Yeah, now he's changing.
Yeah, now he looks like
I think he's going to shoot the blue ball.
I think so too.
Yeah,
I mean,
because the 8 balls, that was a tough to get past them. I don't know if it's what number it is. So. Yeah, just a touch wide.
He's just missing them too. You know, he's just trying to get comfortable, and he just needs to make 1 or 2 of those to get there.
You know, when Shane banks there, he's splitting the wicket, as they say. You know, Shane, I really admire his game, and I really like him as a person. But he rises to the occasion. You know, he knows that this is a tough game, and you can't give D a lot of air. And he's now he got a little careless on that one, I think. But, hey, everybody misses. And you will miss a lot playing bank pool. And it's a race to 4. The winner of this match, this is on the bottom of the bracket, I believe, and then there's a match similar to this on the top of the bracket, and then those 2 winners will play for the hot seat.
I see. So this is like the final 4 on the winner's side?
Yeah, this is the final 4 on the
part of the final.
This is half of the final 4
of the final
on the winner's side. The rest of the tournament's into the 9th through 12th or 7th and 8th. I think they're in 7th and 8th playing out. We have one more match after this tonight, and then we'll be back tomorrow at noon, and we'll finish up at 5. And the real fun is going to be the one pocket. It's going to be a bigger field. It's double the added money, $5,000. And if we get lucky, good shot. We'll get we're going to have a bank ring game. We're going to try to get one tonight, and we're going to try and get one tomorrow night too. It's like $200 entry fee, up to 8 people on one table. You play with chips. But on that particular game, the banks is played by the rail. You make a 2 rail, you get paid double chips. Bank a 3 rail, you get triple chips. Until you run out of chips, and then you go home.
Yeah, that's an interesting concept with the chips.
Yeah.
How many players do you expect or have signed up to the one pocket event?
Well, the one pocket, we're in like 24, 25 or something like that. I was hoping to hit 32. I'll be happy with we get 24 in that range. Nice shot. Left-handed too.
Yes, absolutely great shot.
He knows the rails. Like he made a real nice 3-railer a while ago too. He knows where to hit them. That's half the battle with multi-rails, because you can't force them because that changes the angle so badly.
So it looks like he's looking at playing this cross side.
Yeah.
With the little outside English, it looks like.
He probably wants to miss those 3 balls. I was going to say, look at this. See, now that
No, that's a
he's
huge,
just kind of scratching. He's like, holy
huge
crap!
penalty.
You know, that qualifies as a bad roll. I think. You know,
Sure.
wouldn't happen to me or you. I'm sure.
No,
You know, he must have kicked a dog on the way to the pool hall or something.
I don't know, but he's
You know, that one hurt. That was. Not only did it hurt because you give somebody like Shane gets ball in hand, not ball in hand, ball in the kitchen.
and a ball's right out there
Yeah,
for the
so
take.
you know it's almost one, and with a possibility of more. He's going to come right past that one, just like that.
So that scratch costs
Well, it's going to cost him the game
The-
probably. Yeah,
cost
3
him
balls
two
right
balls
there,
already. Yeah.
plus the one he had to spot up.
Right. Exactly.
You know,
So,
I think a scratch is more expensive in either this or one pocket than almost any other game. Now, yeah, it's expensive in 9-ball and 10-ball, but only for one game, unless the guy runs a 6-pack on you or something. But everything's alternating breaks nowadays, so can't get too far on you. So,
well, there's 5 balls on the table, and it looks. Bless you. And
Thank you.
it looks
He's
like
just gonna tap.
Shane's got.
just going to tap. Oh, he hit it hard. Usually the
trying to
tap.
bring it back like straight pull. You know, you bring it back to the corner.
Well, he left out too much. See, maybe they weren't frozen because if they weren't put up all together, but if they were frozen, you're supposed to roll and just hit the head ball first. Make sure they're frozen because the back one just shoots to the rail. You
And
give up
comes-
nothing.
and comes back.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
your opponent's frozen to the 9.
Right, and it's so
I wonder if you're a bank pool player, if that's something that you would experiment, practice. It looks
yeah.
like
But he doesn't. Shane doesn't seem to like that. To me, it's a standard shot. But listen. I'm not going to tell Shane how to do anything. So I might. I don't think he'll listen.
you're you're probably safe
Yeah.
that he won't listen.
I just let him shoot. I says just what I'd have done. They're just posturing now, but that's not the.
Well, I see 5 balls on the table, but I see
Looks like 3 and 1. I think it probably is. Could be 2 and 2. No, there's another ball right there. So it's 2 and 2.
Okay. We got all the darker colored balls.
Yeah.
All the bright balls are on the table except the 2.
He's just going to bank the 3 or whatever it is there.
I noticed that the top players like to put their opponent on the rail as much as possible,
Well, yeah.
and it just eliminates their.
It restricts what you
options.
can do. You bet.
Sure.
Eliminates the option. Yeah. Particularly in 9-ball, one pocket and banks.
Right.
Particularly in one pocket.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Because in 9-ball and some of the other games, you're just trying to get it in a general.
Yeah.
You know, you're trying to block. You're trying to block them from seeing certain balls, but in banks, they're going to see balls, so you put them on the rail. The 1 ball looks like it's a great 2-railer. What do you think?
Yeah, but I'll bet you shoots the 5. 1 rail, cross corner. Short rail wise. He could play it all the way up into this right-hand corner, too, which I... Low ball like that.
He's going to draw the cue ball so it stays out of the way.
Whoops. See, I had rolled it.
Yeah.
I said, why is he
Yeah.
shooting it low like
No,
that? Because
no.
he's
Yeah.
firing it in.
Yeah, he's firing it in, and he's going to keep the cue ball
Yeah.
from getting in the way. Now he's got the threes. He's probably going to hit this for him too.
Look at Whitey.
And he was he had a little safety built into that.
Yeah. Just one in the corner. Oh.
Oh,
I misjudged. Yeah.
He actually was playing a little safety play there.
Yeah.
He's just picking away at 2 and says,
Yeah,
"Okay,
well,
I'm just
4
going to lay back." So it's 4-2 on this rack.
Widened out. They really do widen out when you soften.
Sure. This is actually a pretty critical shot right here. Probably going to play it in the side.
It's a game really of quarter inches. If you could get paid $1 for every tit and corner they hit, you know, it's just.
You know, the bank pool, you can see there's a lot of similarities to putting a golf ball. You have to match the speed of the line.
Look out. He thought he was going to scratch. That would, oh, man, even that's a bad roll. All he can do is duck. And, you know, it's hard to duck when you got 2 balls out there because I don't care where you leave them, you're going to leave a bank shot unless they're in the, you know, when they're out in the open like that.
Now, this is an interesting shot because they're frozen. As long as you shoot away, it can be a clean shot.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah, or if they're frozen, you can shoot through them, but I don't think they are. They could be, but he might be trying.
It's pretty close.
It's real close. He could be trying the one cross corner, but I just don't think he's got enough angle for it. He's going to probably shoot away.
Yeah, it's one of those where you have to throw it with you aiming towards the cross where they would cross path. I think he's double checking right now.
The ref. Okay, they are not frozen, so you really can't shoot through it like that. You will hit the cue ball twice. So he'll probably be shooting away. Now, if they were frozen, you can shoot through them. Still got to be careful you don't hit it twice. It's possible, you know, to foul.
Sure.
But when they're only an eighth of an inch away, you're going to hit it twice. You can't get the stick out fast enough. The what they call the Jacksonville project, Bob Hewitt, some other people did that slow film, and it showed it. He's two-railing it. He's going to two-rail it. Really? He's going to two-rail it to the corner. I don't think he's really going to shoot it. That's too tough.
Yeah, plus
and it shortens up the second rail.
Plus the cue ball. Where's the cue ball going to go?
What,
you know?
Yeah, I think he's just going to lag it down to this end of the table. Yeah. That's the better judgment. That was a fun shot to shoot, you know.
Yeah, and he doesn't want to. He's got to try to win this.
He
this
needs
rack.
Yeah.
Shane needs one. He needs two, and that was probably not a real good risk.
No, it was a terrible. You know, but he made the right decision. You got to check all out. Even check out the bad ones to decide what's right.
Did he hit that good? He did. Wow.
He played that.
He played that.
Yep.
Played that shot, and it was just perfect.
Yep. Most people would have thought he was going to stiffen up real bad and shoot a one rail, but you'd have to really shorten it up.
Yeah, yeah. He just played it the natural
Well, it's kind
angles.
of it's a natural shot. It's just you don't play it that often in one pocket because you leave the short rail bank. If it doesn't go in, the guy's just going to bank it across.
Right.
Now remember, when you make a ball in the break, all that means is you get to continue shooting. Doesn't count. And at the end of your inning, the ball spots up.
I see.
So Shane made one ball.
So he's liking the 3-ball right now to
Yeah.
continue.
Yep, probably.
Wow.
Ooh.
We had a great view of that.
But he didn't. The only thing he lifted up, the spotted ball. Didn't really have much of a shot till that went up. Oh, that's not true. He could have maybe banked this 3-ball one rail, but still mine. I don't know.
Well, it looks like the 4-ball is like basically a straight in firm.
Yeah. And then he's going to have another shot, probably. Probably back it up a touch and shoot the 8. Yeah, he backed it up a touch. Eesh. I don't know if he can shoot the 1 or not. It's so hard to see the angle
I
from
know.
here.
Yeah, he could shoot the 1, but he's really got to hold it.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to fire with some right English.
Yeah,
Just
and
hold
draw.
it and draw it.
Yeah.
Now he's got the 3. So,
They're dangerous. One ball has a lot of value. You're only playing to 5. There's 3. You can just stiffen this one up. You just don't, all you gotta do is hit it with draw. Just straight back. Not quite enough.
he probably just released that stroke a little too soon.
I think he should have shot. If he shot it softer, it would have backed up more. But that's, again, that's your comfort stroke. And,
He's just very comfortable right now. You can tell
Yeah.
by the stroke. Just feels confident with each
Well-
stroke. But he's at the table more.
Well, he plays
longer.
pool basically 8 hours a day. That's the beauty of being in stroke. You know what Shane's going to show up, basically. You and I play, it's because we played this the first time in 2 months.
Sure.
And all the consistencies are gone.
But even a player as strong as D. Atkins is feeling the chair right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's just nothing's going his way, and
Oh.
That's an example of what you were talking about earlier. You know, it's pocket speed.
Mm-hmm. D needs them all. There's one of them.
That's a good shot.
I think.
It's a good shot.
Yeah.
But I think Shane's, going back to that pocket speed you're talking about, leaving the ball in
Yeah.
foot. Shane needs one. There's no reason for him to leave the balls out in the open.
Exactly.
Because it's really out of respect. He knows that this D can get out, and by leaving the balls in the front of the pocket just makes it more difficult for him to get out.
D needs them all, so he needs to break these balls up so it's possible to do something. And he could play it safe here. All he's got to do is tap that blue ball and kind of slide. So they're where Shane can't do anything. Or he can just feather it and put the cue ball way upstream. Because I don't think the 5 is bankable. It might be if
I
he
don't know how much feathering he can do with the
with a
on the
pocket.
two. Well, because of the pocket,
No, I think
it's so hard with the video screen. Well, that's a cross bank to the corner.
He may go to the corner,
opportunity.
yeah.
He might just look at it and fire.
now no, he'll roll this one because
Again,
there'll
pocket.
be no shot. See, look at the other 2 balls. There is no shot. I mean that's what I would do. I would just basically nice and easy. Yep.
It's a 1 pocket speed.
Yeah, but there's no shot unless he goes 3 rails in the corner or something. He hit that one pretty badly, but if he would have hit it near the jaws, what do you do?
Now, this is a possibility where he might fire at it with the hard bottom and just go 3 rails in the corner, or try to do it the same thing we were talking about earlier with the pocket speed.
Yeah. And what did he do? It's the only shot he had.
Yep.
And now he hasn't really given up a lot either, because if the natural bank is blocked by the 4 ball or the 2 ball, it's possible he could try to reverse it back here. Or he could be like Brandon did last time and play this 3 rails in the side. That was he won the game on. From this angle. It was a hell of a shot.
Wow.
Yeah, just here, and here. Yeah.
That might be a good shot because you don't sell out.
Yeah. See what he does. Nope. Playing it back here. And you can either 2 rail it or spin it. I think he's going to spin it. 1 rail, I think. Nope, 2 rails. These guys understand where all the balls are going so well. He's giving up very little.
Yeah, Shane knows he needs 1.
Yep. Oh, I'm sure he does.
And
I'm sure D knows he needs 3.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure Dee knows it more than Shane knows it. You know. Well,
That's a great shot there.
it was a great shot. See, it's
He's taking whatever he can get.
that's
and
all you can do.
Give up a little. You give up a little. That might be too much.
You don't have to give up much. There's so many corners and angles and twists, and that was a nice little touch. And this is a race to 4. Shane's ahead 2 games to no games. And the ball count on this game is 4-3 in favor of Shane. Make sure you share the feed and let everybody know we're here. And if you're in town, you want to come and watch it, please do. It's free. Hey, we're pushing up against 2,000 viewers. What do you know about that? Not bad. Even if he tries the one rail, or he's shooting over a ball, so Shane's is going to put 2 of them. They're just be on top of each other. That's a standard. Right into the middle of the rail. Yeah.
We're back to that shot.
Yeah. Oh, it comes back a lot. It's in play a lot.
It'll be interesting to see how he plays.
I'm telling you, if you trust the table, you're supposed to hit it right on the nose.
Does not want to give up any shots.
Just hit it right on the nose. It's one of the prettiest shots there is. Just simple. But the table's got to roll straight. Oh, see? Well, it's okay. But it came out decent. Come out better if you hit it square.
I want to see someone do that shot that you just described. But because we haven't seen them try that.
No, the last game I saw it a couple times. Now, D could do some damage here. 2 balls in the open.
Yeah.
There's a couple ways. The 5 can go to the across the table to the corner or upstream.
I personally like that shot. I like the 5.
Yeah.
Because it's a one-pocket shot.
Mm-hmm. It is a one-pocket shot.
And he's probably a one-pocket player.
Oh, yes, he is. Yeah.
And he probably feels comfortable with it.
He could get in a kiss here if he's not careful. It looks like it's kind of close. Nope, he's going to the blue ball now. No. Got us guessing, and we're watching.
I think he's going to try the same shot.
No. Oh, Lord. He was shooting, but he made a lot of a couple of 3s and 4 rail, or 2s and 3s. Oddball. He's pretty good at those.
That was a pretty strong shot.
Yeah, it was.
It looked like he missed it by...
not much.
Yeah.
A ball and a half.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But that was a strong shot. He was trying to get out.
Yeah, he was playing to get out. Well, he needs them both. And it's almost impossible to play safe completely. There is no complete safe.
I wonder if he was playing that.
Yes, he was playing it. They love 4 railers.
Boy.
They're a natural shot. Much more natural than a 3. Where do you see this ring game? If we get this bank ring game going. So here's another 4.
Yeah. That was a good try there.
Yeah. You'll see.
I think here, this might be a 4 railer right here.
It could be. Because if you play in the bank ring game, you get paid 4-1. Because you get counted by the rails. So. Nope. I was surprised he went that way.
Well, maybe he did that so he can keep the ball near a pocket
Yeah.
versus open.
Mm-hmm.
What a great shot that was.
I was actually typing something, so
He just took that ball that was in the corner and
Took
took
a
it
three.
three rails
Yep.
inside. And
he made
now,
kind of like that 9 he made. Could put just he gets a
now they got the one ball for the
one
win.
ball for the win. Is he just gonna skinny slice that? Yep. Oh, look out! And he almost scratched too. There you go.
What a strong out.
That's bank pool, folks. That's bank pool.
He fought for those the last three balls. He fought real hard for, and gets rewarded for it.
Yeah, he did real well. But D's an experienced player. Yeah. Yeah, that was a nice out. Yep. That's as strong as hell. Or somebody said earlier, stronger than a garlic milkshake. Kind of like that one, too. That was a tremendous out. That was a great out.
Mayor said, "Don't leave me alone too long."
Don't leave me alone too long. Yeah. All right, 9 balls on the table. The score is 2-1. Shane over D. And these guys are 2 of the top 4 undefeated, or the remaining 4 undefeated players. And as I said earlier, 3,000 for first, 1,500 for second, 1,000 for third. Not a ton of money, but it was only a $200 entry fee. So, and finals will be around 5 tomorrow. And then we get ready to crank up for the one pocket. We'll do the Calcutta, the draw, and the player meeting. Oh, just a touch short. And then Friday at noon, the one pocket starts, and it's got more players. This had 20 players. We may end up with the high 20s. It's hard to say in the one pocket, and it's 5,000 added.
Still great payout.
Yeah.
They used to,
Yeah.
They used to use the standard when I was playing some tournaments that 10 times.
Get a little closer. Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
No, I think okay, now. You had your button off.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay,
I can hear you. You can hear you.
So,
Yeah,
so what I
it
was
is a good
saying was,
payout.
yeah, Yeah, the payout. If it's 10 times your entry fee, that that used to be the minimum standard that
Yeah.
you'd expect that you can win.
Well, this is 15. We don't know what the payout is in the one pockets. We don't know how many players there are. I haven't broken it down, but
Right.
you know. But you know, this is a little different too because the title means something. This is the U.S. Open.
Exactly.
Now we haven't had that many U.S. Open banks. This is only the 5th one, and we had a 10-year hiatus. One pocket. This is like the 15th or 17th or something that we've had.
Okay.
So it's you know,
It's a title. And,
it
and
is a
it's
title.
considered a major.
It is considered a major. You know. I'm trying to remember what the other half of the bracket looks like as far as the winner's side. I think it's Gary Lutman and the fellow from Chicago,
Jacobs.
Neil Jacobs. I think.
I believe
I thought he lost,
Gary just lost that. I believe.
Oh, Gary and Neil were playing.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
They had played. I think they started at the same time this match started.
Okay. And Neil won?
I believe so.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, if that's the case, then I believe Neil will play the winner of this. All I know is you got to admire the guy. The guy gets in his car with a buddy of his, and they drive down from Chicago, and they get here at like 4 in the morning. And he didn't have a place to stay or something, so they just went and did this and did that, ate breakfast, and came back and put his cue together and played.
Oh, really?
Or something. You know, you got to admire. Got a little heart there, bud.
Wow, that's strong.
Yeah, he just.
That's like saying, I don't need to go to sleep.
I'll drive 1,500 miles and take all you donkeys off. Yeah. Yeah, I love a spirit like that. Well, we're up to 1,500 viewers. That's good. We were at 19 at one time. It bounces around a lot, and it's not a huge deal, but kind of interesting. We don't do that many free feeds, but we're going to start doing them. We've got the cameras in place now, and starting to get some matches. Got a couple challenge matches coming up that we'll probably be announcing tomorrow or the next day. I think this is game ball. Can't tell. Nope. So Shane's got 4. So there must be a third one over here somewhere.
Yeah, you can't tell by looking at the
ball tray.
Yeah, sure.
But Shane has 4 of them now. So it's got to be 4-3. That's a 4.
Sometimes it's good to have a running count.
Yeah, but you got to pay attention because in these games you're always snoozing balls or
then you're always
scratching.
You're always correcting and apologizing for the score.
Yeah, well, basically, we'll just keep showing the ball tray. They can count like we can count. So I think this is 4. Could be 2, but I bet he goes 4.
Speed is perfect.
Yeah, just a little wide.
Just a little. And that's where you got to match the speed with the line.
Yeah.
If a little more speed on that, then the line was perfect. Take a little off the speed, it widens at the end.
A lot of variables.
I think D finds himself in that same situation as last game, and he dug himself right out of a hole and won. And so I don't think that I don't think he's in an unfamiliar place.
Yeah, well, anybody that plays Shane is going to find that a familiar spot. What's he just call?
I don't know if he's calling the corner pocket two
Look, he
rails.
pointed, yeah.
You know, he's gonna
I
hit
thought
this
he
back into the bottom rail and then go up there to that magic rack. And
I almost thought he would take the 2 ball and bank it on top of this 3 and take the cue ball upstream. But then you have a possibility of leaving a long rail. So I think he's going down in the corner. Oh, Lord.
oh, that was a tough scratch there.
Yeah. But the ball's in the kitchen, right? Yeah. So he can't shoot it. If that ball would have gone out 3 more inches, he could have banked that one. That would have been ugly.
Yeah.
Of course, he's got the 9 ball.
And he's got ball in hand.
Yeah. Yeah, in the kitchen, yeah. The beauty of these streams are it's an educational tool. Like some of the people are not familiar with the Magic Rack, so they're wondering what this thing is. And it's a template, and it racks the balls as really, really well. No gaps, no slug racks. And for 9 and 10 ball, we find it works better. So hopefully we're educating some people on what banks, short rack banks is all about. And letting them see what some of the stars from yesteryear look like. D is here. And nice shot. Ronnie Alcano was in the house. And he's the world champion from around 2009, something like that, in the Philippines. Warren Kiamko is here.
Yep.
And he's a monster. Has been for 20 years. Just won the Andy Mercer. Here we go. Oh, Lord. See, now, if that would have fallen in, you'd be shooting for the game ball.
Exactly. And
Look
now,
at that thing.
Shane's
got the game ball, yeah. And that ball's so deep, you can't do anything with it, so it's
and again, he's probably going to bank this with pocket speed.
yeah. I think he's wide. He scratched his head on that one. He's supposed to make that. So he could make this one, but he can't get out. See, that was the beauty of, unfortunate with that 9 ball hanging up.
So do you pocket the 9 and
I don't. I go for the point. You know,
well,
he's got an opportunity to short rail this one.
Sure.
Just slice it across.
This is a 1 pocket shot.
And it's pocket speed. Roll, baby. Dang. Oh. You know, he's just...
It was right in the jaws.
He was there.
Yeah, it was interesting you said something about the Magic Rack because I had some guests over at the house and we were in the casita playing some pool and they asked me what this was. And I said, it's called a Magic Rack. And they said, it looks like something that you would use to draw pictures, you know. I said, no, it's a rack. And they could not believe that it would rack the balls. And I had to show them, and they were like just amazed.
Dumbfounded. Oh, the first time you see it, it's mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, he's
I remember when they had the Sardo rack, and they had all these, you know, heavy-duty gadgets, and then someone comes out with this Magic Rack, and it's not only convenient, but it's does the job.
Yeah.
At 1/50th of the price.
Oh, those more. You know, and the problem being, all the static that the public did on the Sardo rack is it made the break predictable. Before that, it was random. Now you got predictability. Now you got Corey Deuel figuring out how to break. Now it has changed pool. It was just so cumbersome. And then you had the magic rack, and you got the various templates. That wasn't a good roll either.
Was that a good shot or what?
Oh, he played that. I'm sorry.
He played that shot.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was wondering how he's going to twist it enough to. This guy comes up with some nice shots.
That was a strong shot. I mean, don't. Ooh, now that.
He's not quite far. He wanted to get in there a little further. D is a little monster, isn't he?
God, he's takes a lot of talent to judge the ball all the way to the edge of the pocket.
Yeah.
Now, what happens if, our viewers might want to know if he gets hooked by the corner pocket cushion?
Well, he's hooked.
And
you can't push
out.
You take a swing.
He tries to hit at it.
Try to hit it.
Maybe that's what he was trying to do.
Yeah, he was trying to get behind it. Yeah.
And then get a scratch out of him. So now he goes to 1, and Shane has to go to 2.
Yep. Wow. Now he's going to do another short rail.
Yeah.
You think sometimes those are real close to scratch shots too, but
yeah, this is the one where you use a lot of outside English and try to bring it across to the other corner. It's a one pocket type shot, and hopefully there's no interference. Just depending on how much outside English you put on it, but there's a danger of scratching in the corner pocket.
Yes, there is. You got to hit this well.
Or the side pocket sometimes.
Yeah, it depends if you're really loading up. There's a shot you can't see from this angle. Sometimes you have to use inside English and curl behind the ball.
Sure,
but
I think this one here is going to be outside. But just watch the cue ball.
Yeah, you drag the cue ball.
And that's the danger there. The cue ball can go right in the side, or maybe sometimes off the side rail there into the corner, depending on the speed, because you got to hit it firm enough to get it. Because you're hitting it so thin.
Yeah, he's staring at it. Let's see what he does. So he just went 3.
What a shot.
He's close to all those things.
Wow.
I think that
was
the
a
right
better
shot.
choice. That was a better choice. I was thinking that he might.
So many things can happen trying to take it across the table.
I think the cue ball turning loose was the danger in that. And so at the end of the day.
And the odds of making the shot are a little skinny. Plus, you got to miss the kiss, you got to miss this, miss that, Yeah.
Well, is this a 3 rail? What do you think? And again, you have to note that D put him on the rail.
That's why another advantage
was the lead.
This is a tough little. I've seen this shot made. You just load up, whack it with right English, high right English, and bank it 1 rail. But damn, it's liable. You miss it by much. Who knows where shit's going?
Yeah, this angle is pretty tough to do that. But yeah, especially when they're on the rail.
I don't like that. I don't like that a bit. That's a free shot. And that ain't that tough as far as banks go.
As far as the level of talent that we're looking at.
Yeah, just a 1 rail. Now this is one I would roll. Yeah, he didn't make it though.
I think he did. Oh. Your table's here, Mark.
I knew it was going to hit the rail about 6 inches up, and unless it was just.
Well, I think it's important for the viewers to know that these are like 4 1/4 or 4 18.
This table's 4 1/4. The rest of the house are 4 1/2, and it's the deep shelf. And unless you've played on diamonds. You don't quite understand what diamonds are. You know, if you're a Gold Crown player, or Olhausen, or Global, or Gandy, they're a lot softer table. Swish. Now you're rolling the dice. Oops.
Oh, that was an unfortunate kiss there because that makes the shot a lot easier.
Yeah. Whoever makes this ball wins this game. It's either going to be 2-2 or 3-1. And it's 3-1. Another Hill game. Shane takes the lead 3 games to 1 game in a race to 4. I'm not sure what match will be on after this, but we'll find out in a few minutes. There's one match, and it'll be starting around 7:30. And then we start at noon for the rest of the matches.
Do the viewers have access to the bracket?
Yes, if they go to ctsondemand.com.
Okay.
That'll give them the brackets.
And that's updated real time as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
When
Mary's
Mary
doing it.
posted,
Yep,
then
yep. Yeah, she's doing it. Shows the
okay.
shows the payout lines and the places and everything.
There's a lot going on behind the scenes that people don't realize. Just to
This
not
is a
only
simple little 20-man tournament, but you know, you start getting streaming, and Steven's doing a really good job there. And, you know, we've got 3 cameras in place, and they're all HDs. You got 10 pool table lights over the table, so you can see. And, you know, there is a lot. You got a 100 megabyte up and down internet.
the quality on the screen here. I mean, we're looking at the best quality. We're looking at it live. But for the viewers, I think that they got a pretty good.
Well, as an example, that is the stream. Right
Yeah.
there, that's the stream. That's not the feed, that's the stream. That's
pretty-
how clear it is.
That's very good.
We're known for a high quality stream.
Very good. It's almost like 1080.
Yeah. Well, it's HD. It might even be. It probably
Yeah.
is. And then that's about a 15-second delay. So it's kind of cool if you want to do an instant replay. You just watch our TV because it's behind the real time.
Oh, that's
Between 10 and 15 seconds.
Yeah,
So if you want to watch the hit, go take another look at it.
that's pretty interesting. Oh, the match is over. Just like that.
Just like that.
Shane just ran out.
Can you imagine that? I bet you that never happened before.
We were talking about HD, and we were talking about
HD,
the
heavy
quality,
duty.
And during that whole conversation, people were watching him run out.
Well, the man is a